Okay, folks, welcome to our best stock charts for the new trading week. This is Bob Desmond, and today we're going to talk about the stocks that we like moving forward. We're going to talk about our past predictions and how they worked out by reviewing our date-stamped calls and also in terms of video as well, with video analysis of our calls. Case in point, back on the 15th of January, we made the call on RNG, Ring Central, to the long side. Netflix on January 21 to the long side. Now, Boyle here, we got this one wrong. So we're not 100% perfect, but to be perfectly transparent. But most of these are all long trades. Most of these did head up higher. And we'll take a look at the charts in a moment. Zoom, another one. Coinbase, another one from January the 28th. So let's take a look at the charts and how did they do? Well, first off, you had Ring Central. We called for a long on ring back here, and we sent out an alert to members, and it was off to the races. Now, we did leave some money on the table here. We did not capture the entire move here for full disclosure. Zoom, we made the call on back here. Nobody wanted this. From back here on the 28th, and from that time forward, off to the races. Now, you should be thinking about booking profits. Now, we did book profits on this trade. I sent out an alert when we did get long, and I sent out an alert when we exited the trade. Now, Coinbase was another one from the 28th where we got long and sent out an alert. We booked our profits, and you can see that we're a bit extended now, and it looks as though it may pull back some. In fact, we discussed Coin the other night on our 30-minute chart club, and if you're not currently a member of the 30-minute chart club, we just began this only a few days ago, and it's free. It doesn't cost a dime. And the purpose of the 30-minute chart club is that we look for setups. And in fact, what I may do is I may do a 30-minute chart club today. So if you're not currently on our list of subscribers, again, free, use the link below, enter your email address, and you'll get an invitation for when we go live. This is not a public live stream. The reason for that is that we don't want spammers. We do not want people that are on that are not serious about trading. I don't care if you're experienced, inexperienced. It doesn't matter to me whatsoever. We just want really good professional conversation and a couple of laughs along the way. We review highly liquid stocks, and it's always the same charts. And we'll even talk about a couple of strategies that you can employ to take advantage of setups. And you may have a small account, and the stock may be trading for $300, and you may not be able to buy or short the common stock. Well, we'll talk about ways you could use options to take advantage of any price move. So again, 30-minute chart club, probably going live today, Saturday the 4th. Enter your email address below. We hate spam too. And the other reason why we are gathering emails is because YouTube has been demonetizing some of our videos. And in fact, they demonetized a video of mine a few days ago. And in retaliation, what I'm simply doing is I am not monetizing my videos for the next 30 days or so. And that's just so if they're going to demonetize me one day, well, I'll demonetize for 30 days and they don't make any money. So just in case we have to part our ways with YouTube, I have an email list where I can get in contact with people so that we're not bound at the hip by any one social media organization. I love YouTube, but apparently at times they do not love me. So that being said, 30-minute chart club, free, join up. Okay, let's get to the charts that we're looking to trade this coming week. First up is going to be IRobot. This is an extreme oversold stock. ZipRecruiter, an extreme overbought stock. Netflix, we're actually short of Netflix. I'll tell you why I believe that we're going to get more of a pullback here in the coming days. So we may be looking to add more to our Netflix trade. IDCC, which is another extreme overbought stock. We're looking to short it. And down here we have XLE, which is the energy sector. It's coming under a lot of pressure. We shorted it a couple of times in the past, and now we're looking to reshort it yet again. So let's get to it. Now, the first chart we're going to be going over is IRobot, symbol IRBT. Now, this is an extreme oversold stock as measured by the RSI. And don't get me wrong, this is not a stock that you want to go walking in on Monday morning and opening up a position, because I do believe that it is going to go lower. However, I believe that we are going to bottom fairly soon, perhaps within the next week. But the key is to these trades is to understand where you have historical support below. And to do that, you need to go over a weekly and monthly chart. So with members later on today on the week ahead commentary, I'm going to be going over weekly, monthly support levels at which you can look to begin to accumulate a position. Right now, even though we have RSI down below 20 and technical analysis for dummies says, okay, you can go buy a stock when RSI goes down below 20, or God forbid they say 30. No. This stock is going lower. So very, very short term, I can make the argument that it's a short. And take note how TrendSpider and the automated trend lines picked off all this resistance immediately above and a breakdown. I'm going to take the automated trend lines off, put them back on, and there you have it. If you have this tool at your disposal, even if you're not an experienced technical trader, the artificial intelligence with TrendSpider can help you identify why a stock is stalled out in a particular area and when would be a good time to either A, buy the stock or short the stock. And frankly, on Friday, it appeared as though we had a short signal on a break below Thursday's low. And in all probability, we're going to go lower. But I do believe that there's more money to be had on a short covering rally off of historical support in the coming days. Again, as measured by the RSI, because the RSI is not going to be able to sustain for an extended period of time this downtrend or the extremes down below 20. At some point in time, it's going to have to get alleviated, and that sets the stage for a short covering rally, and we want to be a part of that long trade. After we book our profits, assuming that we do make a profit, I don't want to get cocky here, can it move lower? Sure it can. We're just looking to take advantage of an unsustainable downtrend, but in the short term, in all probability, we are heading lower on IRobot. So again, please do not go buying this stock on Monday morning because you're probably going to get burnt if you do. Members, more to come on IRobot later on today. The next chart that I like quite a bit, but as a short now, is IDCC. Why do I like it as a short? Well, you have RSI, which is now above 85 and is in an unsustainable uptrend. At some point in time, you're going to get a retracement on interdigital, and we want to be short of interdigital when that retracement occurs. Now, would we go shorting interdigital on Monday morning? Probably not, because in all probability, we are going to move up higher. Why? It's because we have overhead supply above, resistance above, and I'd rather short it into a resistance area rather than hoping that Friday was the top, or I should say Thursday being the top, and Friday a little bit of a stalling action. You never know. Maybe it was, but the risk-reward is more favorable if we move up to a price point I've identified on a weekly and monthly chart. Members will talk about that on the week ahead commentary. So if you're not currently a member, please sign up for the 14-day free trial offer. If you're not currently a member of TrendSpider and using their software, I would encourage you to take advantage of the 35% discount code below as well, and I give it away free to our silver and gold level members. Now, the other reason why I would not go shorting into digital right now is simply because of where we have support immediately below. And I just added on here the automated trendline functionality for TrendSpider. And you could see that we broke above resistance on the 24th, rallied, paused. For all I know, what we're seeing here is simply a consolidation just above support. So would I want to go shorting into a support level? No, that's silly, even with RSI above 80. Now, were it to break support, okay, I would entertain a short. But right now, on Monday morning, I have no intention, unless we gap up and into resistance, of shorting interdigital. We need to enter these trades with our time-tested strategy for entering them. We short resistance, we buy support. And if we're buying support, we have RSI at extreme oversold levels, unsustainable oversold levels. And if we're shorting resistance, well, we have RSI at extreme overbought levels. That way we have the probabilities in our favor, and we're not hoping when we should fear. And again, members, we're going to go into greater detail on resistance levels on IDCC later on today. Another extreme overbought stock, which we're looking to short, is ZipRecruiter, symbol ZIP. And you can see that on Friday, very, very strong price action. The however is that we have RSI at 86. Can it go higher? Absolutely. I think that the stock is going up higher. That's why just because you have RSI above 80, above 70, even above 85, that's no reason in and of itself to go shorting the stock. There are other variables that matter before you could look to short the stock and take advantage of a correction. First and foremost is, do you have resistance above? Secondly, is your up volume beginning to diminish? Fourth, is your MACD histogram or other momentum indicator implying that the quality of the buying is beginning to diminish some? So members will discuss all of those variables on the week ahead commentary later on today. And we'll also be discussing on all these charts, we'll be talking about price targets. Where do I think that if we're lucky enough to book a profit, where we'll be exiting the trade, stop loss points, and of course, entry points using the variables I mentioned. Now, the next chart up, which we're already short of as of Friday, we already have a profit in this, but we're going to be looking to add more to the short if certain things happen here. Now, the reason why we shorted Netflix is that on a weekly time frame, we hit the upper band of resistance as measured by this chart here, and we backed off. Now, if you take a look at a daily chart as well of Netflix, and you apply the fractal trend lines here, that we hit the upper band of resistance, daily time frame, fractal trend lines, and we were rejected. This coincides exactly with the weekly upper band of support. Now, we did not close down below support, but we did back off the highs quite a bit. Now, the daily RSI is beginning to lose momentum with lower highs. So we'll be looking to add more, but only on weakness. I don't want to add more on strength. We already have our position. So ideally, we break this lower band of support, do a retest, and then ultimately fail, and then we could look to short Netflix. Now, Netflix was a stock that on the 21st of January, I was very bullish on. But now it looks as though it's time to scalp to the short side as traders appear ready to sell into resistance and make their profits real. So let's take advantage of that scenario. Longer term, I think Netflix is a quality stock, but in the short term, we're bearish. And with that, folks, don't forget, 30-minute chart club. Enter your email address below. Get invited. We'll probably do one later on today, being Saturday the 4th. It's free. And again, we'll go over roughly 31 charts, and we'll look for the best setups. We'll add them to our watch list here on TrendSpider. We'll vote up our top 4. Let's change this to 4. There we go. And I think that Netflix is clearly one that is under pressure now that I'm looking at it. This is a daily chart again. And here's the upper band of resistance where we were rejected at. And if we break down below this lower band of support, that's going to be really, really attractive as a short. So members, we'll talk about where we plan on booking profits. We'll talk about where we want to stop out on the week ahead commentary. I'll post it in the members area later on today. To non-members, again, please join in 30-minute chart club later on today. Talk to you there. Everyone else, have an awesome remainder of your weekend. Be well.